Changing the rear sight blade on a Ruger Mark III Hunter model. Here you have the sight blade replacement. If you look on this back, there's a little nub right there. That nub is going to go into a hole behind the blade. I'll show you. If you look closely, right over here, there is a little hole. And that hole is where you're going to place that nub in order to get the rear sight in and out. So knowing that, I'm not going to do this on camera, but I will show you and tell you what's going on within it so it's easier for you to do it yourself. Understanding it is half the battle. This is a spring from a pen, so I could just show you. Inside, right now, this rear sight, there's a spring in there. It's right about there, and it's hooked into this part right here. So basically, it's pushing over to the right. In order to control that, you have right about here, there's a screw. I can unscrew it. As I unscrew it, the rear sight moves this way to the right. It will go this way. So in order to remove this or replace this, it's kind of a pain because of that spring that's in there. It's not cut and dry where you just unscrew this, take out the screw. The sight will remain in there unless you're going to have to wiggle this out. Like, for example, you'll have it in there like this, and you're going to have to, let me flip it so it looks correct. As this is in here like this, you're going to have to line up that nub with that hole, right? Bring it over there, lift it up like that, and it'll pop up and out. Getting it in is kind of a pain, but you take the spring. Once you have the sight out and the spring that's in there, it will just fall out. Once you have that out and then you put your new blade in, you pop that spring back in there. Then you reline this sight with that little nub down into the hole, and it's going to sit there on top of the spring, kind of like this. Not good. So in other words, what you got to do is got to get this into there like that. So in order to do that, what I did was take a screwdriver, stick it in the hole, here in the hole with the screw, where the screw is no longer, and I would send it in to there and push this spring back. This is a bigger spring, so it's not going to work. I'd push this spring back like that by sticking the thin screwdriver in the hole, and so that the spring goes back and then catches onto the end of that like that. Then you'll be able to drop it in, and once it's in, it won't come out even if the screw is not in there. Then you screw that screw back in there, and then you'll be able to adjust accordingly. Well, hope this helps. Ruger Mark III Hunter model.